She posted an Instagram story, "When he's not your type, but the bills get paid," with a video of me cooking dinner. Her friends were DMing heart eyes and "Get that bag, queen." I screenshot everything, sent it to her, and wrote, "Bill paying services terminated." She's been calling for 3 days straight. I'm sitting here with a whiskey in hand, watching my phone light up with Taylor's name for what must be the 40th time today. 3 days of this now. I haven't answered once. Don't plan to either. It started last Tuesday. I, 38M, was working from home, had decided to surprise Taylor, 31F, with her favorite pasta carbonara. We'd been together almost 2 years, living in my house for the last 8 months. Things felt solid enough. Not perfect, but whose relationship is? I had security cameras installed after a break-in last year, which turned out to be useful in ways I never anticipated. I was in the kitchen, bacon sizzling, pasta boiling, when I heard the notification sound from my iPad on the counter. Taylor had logged into her Instagram on it months ago and never signed out. Normally I'd ignore it, but her name caught my eye along with a bunch of heart emojis flooding in. Someone had replied to her story. Curious, I tapped it. There I was, filmed from behind, cooking at the stove. The caption burned into my brain immediately. "When he's not your type, but the bills get paid." My stomach dropped. I quickly opened her story to see the original post. A 15-second video of me cooking, completely unaware, with that same caption. The comments underneath from her friends were worse. "Get that bag, queen." Strategic planning at its finest? Meal ticket and meal service? You winning, girl. Ugly but useful is the move. I stood there, wooden spoon in hand, as more notifications kept coming in. Her friends laughing at me. At the guy paying the mortgage, utilities, groceries, her car insurance. At the guy currently making her favorite dinner as a surprise. Something cold and clear settled in me. I took screenshots of everything, the story, all the comments, the DMs visible in her notifications. Then I turned off the stove, covered the food, and went to my office. I spent the next hour going through our finances with surgical precision. Taylor had moved in with barely any savings and mountains of credit card debt. Over the past 8 months, I'd paid off about $17,000 of her debt because she'd cried about the interest rates killing her. She had a job at a boutique marketing agency that barely covered her personal expenses. I handled everything else. I documented every account where she was an authorized user, every subscription I paid for, every recurring transfer to her personal account. The list was longer than I expected. When she came home around 7 p.m., I was waiting in the living room. She breezed in, dropped her bags, and stopped when she saw my expression. "What's wrong? Bad day?" she asked, tilting her head with what I now recognized as practiced concern. I didn't answer, just pulled out my phone, opened the text I'd prepared, and hit send. Her phone chimed in her hand. She looked down, confused, then her face went pale. The screenshots, all of them, followed by one simple message: "Bill paying services terminated, effective immediately." "James, I can explain. It was just a joke. Your things need to be out by the end of the month," I said, my voice steady. "That gives you 30 days, which is more than generous. You're not on the lease, you're not on the mortgage, this is my house. You're overreacting. It was just for my friends, they know how I really..." "I've canceled all your authorized user cards. The transfers to your account have stopped. Your cell phone will remain active until the end of the billing cycle. That's 18 days. Her shock gave way to panic. "You can't just cut me off like this. Where am I supposed to go? How am I supposed to live? Not my type, not my problem." She started crying then. Big, theatrical sobs that once would have had me rushing to comfort her. I didn't mean it that way. You know how girls talk. It was stupid, I admit it, but you can't throw away 2 years over one dumb post. I stood up. "Your post, your friends, your consequences. I'll be staying at a hotel for a few nights while you figure out your next steps. I'm not throwing you out immediately, but we're done. I won't be living with you during your 30-day move-out period." I'd already packed a bag, had already booked the hotel. I walked past her to the door. "James, please, I love you. I was just being stupid." I stopped, turned. "Taylor, I cook for you. I pay your bills. I fixed your credit. I loved you. And you filmed me without my knowledge to mock me to your friends. Tell me, what exactly do you love about me? Because it seems like it's just the bills getting paid." She had no answer. Update 1. 3 days later. The calls haven't stopped. 57 missed calls from Taylor. 22 from numbers I don't recognize, probably her friends. 14 from her mother. Voicemails range from sobbing apologies to rage-filled accusations about how I've ruined her life and left her homeless. I haven't responded to any of them. Each one just reinforces my decision. Her friends started attacking me on social media yesterday. Apparently, I'm a controlling monster who financially abused Taylor and then abandoned her with no warning. The narrative they've constructed bears no resemblance to reality, but I haven't bothered to correct it. Those who know me know better. I did get one unexpected call from Taylor's co-worker Allison. She's always been the reasonable one in Taylor's friend group, and we'd become friendly over the years. "James, I just want you to know I thought that post was disgusting," she said when I picked up. I told Taylor it was cruel and disrespectful. What she did was wrong. "Thank you for saying that," I replied, genuinely surprised. She asked to crash at my place, but I turned her down. Allison continued, "She's been telling everyone you emptied your joint accounts and left her with nothing." I snorted. "We never had joint accounts. I removed her as an authorized user on my cards and stopped the allowance I was giving her. She still has her job and her own bank account." Silence on the line. "Then, she told everyone you controlled all the money and she had nothing. She has exactly what she came in with, her own income, her own account. I just stopped supplementing it." "God, she's still lying," Allison muttered. "She asked me to lend her money for food, but it didn't add up. Her salary should cover basic expenses." I felt a pang of respect for Allison. "Thanks for letting me know. Watch out for yourself." I checked the security cameras this morning. Taylor came by to get some more clothes but left quickly. She's been moving her things out slowly, probably hoping I'll cave and come home before she's actually gone. Not happening. My lawyer advised documenting everything in case she tries to claim tenant rights, even though she's not on any paperwork. I made sure to document my 30-day notice to her as well. So far, about half her clothes appear to be gone, along with her personal items from the bathroom. Strange how empty the house looks on camera. Not because her stuff is missing, because I can see now how little she actually contributed to our home. Update 2, 1 month post Instagram. Taylor's finally out. My lawyer suggested I do a formal walkthrough with a witness. So my brother came with me yesterday to document the condition of the house and confirm all her things were gone. I had given her a key to the new locks so she could move her things out during the 30-day period, but made it clear I'd be changing them again once she was fully moved out. The place was mostly clean, I'll give her that, but she took some things that weren't hers. My Amazon Echo, a couple kitchen appliances I'd bought before she moved in, and oddly, all the throw pillows from the living room. I documented everything, but decided it wasn't worth the hassle of pursuing. Small price to pay for freedom. What she did leave: a 4-page handwritten letter on the kitchen counter, detailing how sorry she was, how much she truly loves me, how the Instagram post was just her being insecure and trying to look cool for her friends. I read it once, then shredded it. The financial separation is complete. Changed all my passwords, removed her from every account, insurance policies updated. Changed the locks again now that she's fully moved out. The only lingering connection is her cell phone, which goes inactive in 11 days when the billing cycle ends. The unexpected twist came last night. Taylor's best friend Zoe, the one who'd commented, "Get that bag, Queen," on the Instagram post, sent me a message. "James, Taylor told me you guys broke up because you were controlling and emotionally abusive. But then I saw screenshots of what she actually posted about you. That was messed up, and you didn't deserve that. She's been staying with different friends, telling everyone different stories about what happened. Just thought you should know she's not being honest." Interesting how quickly the alliance crumbles when the bag is gone. Update 3. 3 months later. The dust has settled. My phone is quiet now. Taylor made one last desperate attempt 2 weeks ago, showed up at my office with flowers and tears. Security escorted her out before I even knew she was there. I've learned some things through the grapevine from Allison, who has become a genuine friend. 1. Taylor's now living with her parents in the suburbs. 2. She lost her job at the marketing agency after repeatedly missing work and getting caught bad-mouthing clients on social media. 3. She's telling everyone we're on a break and she's giving me space to realize what I've lost. None of this is my concern anymore. What is my concern? I've been seeing my therapist regularly, working through the anger and humiliation. It helps. I've also reconnected with friends I'd lost touch with during my relationship with Taylor. Turns out she'd been subtly isolating me from people who saw through her. The house feels like mine again. I rearranged the furniture, bought new bedding, repainted the spare room, physical changes to match the emotional ones. My brother asked if I regretted how things ended. I told him the truth. I regret that I didn't see Taylor clearly sooner, but I don't regret ending things exactly as I did. When someone shows you who they are, or in this case broadcasts it on Instagram, believe them the first time. The financial impact wasn't insignificant. Over our relationship, I'd gradually paid off about $17,000 of her credit card debt through monthly payments because she'd cried about the interest rates killing her. Consider it the cost of learning an important lesson about who deserves my trust and generosity. Final update. 6 months later, ran into Taylor today at a coffee shop downtown. First time I've seen her since everything went down. She looked startled, then quickly composed herself and came over. "James, how are you? You look great." I nodded politely. "I'm well, thanks. I've been thinking about you a lot," she said, fidgeting with her coffee cup. "I really miss what we had." "Which part?" I asked. "The part where you mocked me to your friends, or the part where I paid all your bills?" Her smile faltered. "That's not fair. I made one mistake. A revealing one." She sighed dramatically. "I've changed a lot these past months. Had to grow up fast. I'm actually working 2 jobs now. Turns out living is expensive." She laughed like we were sharing an inside joke. "Congratulations on the adulting," I said, preparing to leave. "Wait," she touched my arm. "Maybe we could get dinner sometime? Talk about things. I still have your address." I stared at her. "No, you don't. I'm moving next month. New house, new start." Her face fell. "Oh. Goodbye, Taylor." As I walked out, I blocked her number. Again. Some people never learn, but I certainly did. The bills still get paid, the dinner still gets cooked, but now it's for someone who appreciates both, me. Sometimes the best revenge isn't complicated schemes or public humiliation. It's just recognizing your own worth and refusing to accept anything less. Walking away and staying away. Building a life they can see, but can't access. That's what Taylor sees now when she looks at my social media, which Allison tells me she still checks regularly. She sees the vacations I take, the home improvements I make, the life that continues to improve without her. No caption needed.